Welcome back to Brick Artemis, everyone. Today we are going to talk about 5 Spider-Man figures Hot Toys needs to make. All right, guys. So we have a lot of Spider-Man figures, and the reason why I like Spider-Man figures so much is because there's such a huge variety. I'm not going to get too into it because I do have videos that kind of talk about that already, as well as like the best Spider-Man figures and whatnot as well. So if you haven't seen those, go ahead down in the link, click one of those videos, and you will be able to find those there. Going ahead and getting started now, we are going to talk about Spider-Man overall, not just Peter Parker himself, Miles Morales. We are going to talk about villains, different characters in the Spider-Man universe, from movies, games, everything. And we're going to talk about what figures Hot Toys really needs to consider making, and in some figures that we've never had before. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the honorable mentions. And the first two, or the only two on the honorable mentions, the Lizard. Now, I know we just recently got a Lizard base, which is super cool, goes great with the Andrew Garfield figure, but I want a figure that you can pose up, switch up a little bit. Now, I know, like I said, we got the base, but that's why it's honorable mention, because we kind of already have it, and it's really sick. Like, it's a really cool base. But I had to put it under the honorable mentions just to say, like, hey, it would be cool to have a figure as well. The second honorable mention is Spider-Man Noir. Now, that's a really hard word for me to say, so if I said it wrong, let me know in the comments. I'll have fun with you. But yeah, so we definitely need one of these because, especially from, like, Into the Spider-Verse, because I really loved this character, and I just think that Nicolas Cage did such a phenomenal job portraying this character, at least voice-wise. And I'm looking forward to whether or not he's actually going to be coming out with a miniseries. I know there was talks that Nicolas Cage would do his own miniseries. That would be super cool. And something else that would just make this figure really cool is because it's like black and white. So to have like all these bright colors and then kind of him sticking out, or, you know, kind of invisible almost in the background or something, would be really cool. A really cool touch. So going into the actual top 5, I have 5 of them, and this is in order, but give me all 5. It doesn't matter. Any of these would be great. And before we get started, go ahead and comment down below what figures you would like to see from the Spider-Man universe, or one of their universes. Yeah. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started. At number 5, we are going to be talking about Sandman. Now, this is Sandman from Spider-Man 3, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 3. Movie came out, I believe, in 2007. I was in high school, and I actually have a soft spot for Spider-Man 3. I know there's a lot of flaws in it. I enjoyed this movie, and something I really enjoyed, too, was Sandman. I thought the guy who played Sandman did a great job, and I love his outfit. Now, I know, once again, we just got a huge Sandman base with Tobey Maguire. I'm actually still waiting for my Tobey Maguire with that base, so I cannot wait for that. But I want like this casual outfit, like his citizen outfit have you. Like with the stripes, the green, you know, and just maybe like one arm, like you can like detach his normal arm and put like a sand arm on him. Like it would just be really cool. Maybe even a second head sculpt that's kind of looking like he's turning into sand would be a really, really cool touch with a really awesome base made of sand or something. Like, yeah, it would just be really cool to have Sandman in with the display with like a Venom and you know, Toby Spider, and it would just be really cool. Need a Sandman, definitely give us the variety, please, Hot Toys. All right, guys, going into number 4, we have another villain. This one is from the first Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse movie, and that is the Prowler. Now, I know that we have a Miles Morales Prowler on the way from Across the Spider-Verse, but I want that traditional look from the Prowler, because from Into the Spider-Verse, his uncle, because it was just, it was like so intense. Like every time this character was on the screen with the music and chasing after Miles, it was like the most intense thing I've seen on the screen in quite a while at that point. And just the story behind him and Miles Morales. But it's such a good character. It would be really cool looking as well, like having the two head sculpts, you know, with the mask, and then also with you know, Miles Morales' uncle. It would just be really cool. Give us this figure with a bunch of little gadgets and everything. It would be sick. And you know what? Something I don't have on the list, Kingpin. Give us a Kingpin as well to go with that. So I guess I have more than 5. But yeah, Kingpin from that movie would be super sick as well. Going in number 3, we have yet another villain. And that is going to be from Spider-Man Homecoming, the Vulture. Michael Keaton, baby. Now, we have some Michael Keaton head sculpts already from Hot Toys. This shouldn't be too hard. Plus, we were teased a long time ago. Like, make it happen. We have third-party figures. I get it, but like a Hot Toys Vulture would be sick. I've got my quarter scale Spider-Man from Homecoming with, you know, like the Vulture wing and everything that he stands on, which is super cool. But I want a 1/6 figure. I want that wingspan. I want that Vulture mask. I want a Michael Keaton head sculpt. This figure could be super legit, like one of the best figures of the year if they announced it. Like, this figure would be a lot of fun. So please, Hot Toys, reconsider teasing us once again and officially announcing this figure, please, because it's never too late for Vulture. All right, guys, we got 2 more. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Let's go ahead and talk about number 2, and that is going to be yet another villain, and that is Kraven from Spider-Man 2, the video game. Now, any Kraven would be cool. I would love Kraven from comic books. I would even like a Kraven from the movie, even though the movie has not been released yet because of I don't know how many delays, but let's go, come on. But a Kraven from Spider-Man 2 would be the best because he was a really cool villain. And we already have a few Spider-Man figures from that game. I know they did a lot from the first Spider-Man game, but luckily we're actually getting a villain. We're getting Venom, and he's massive. He's huge. And although that might be a little easy because we already have Venom figures to kind of like, you know, restructure just a little bit, a Kraven would be really cool. I think a lot of people who are fans of just Spider-Man, not even necessarily the game, just Spider-Man alone would want this Kraven figure. So, you know, the big coat, the big furry coat, you know, a big muscular guy, he'd you know, the face, the facial hair, like this would be a cool figure. And I think Hot Toys needs to consider, if they haven't already, making this figure. Going into number 1, everybody, we are going to be talking about the Spider-Verse movies again. Now, I don't care if this figure comes for Into the Spider-Verse or Across the Spider-Verse, but we need a Peter B. Parker. I know we have third party. Once again, we have third party figures of a lot of these, but I want a Peter B. Parker, especially from Across the Spider-Verse. If he was holding on to like his baby and, you know, had like the little pouch, it would just be really, really cool. But yeah, even from the first movie would be sick too, because, you know, of course you got another Spider-Man with like a little gut. It would be kind of cool, you know, like with like a pizza slice or French fries or something. Like you could do a lot of accessories with this Peter B. Parker. Please make it happen. I want a Peter B. Parker so bad to go with my favorite figures in my display, which are Miles Morales and Spider-Gwen. Like if I could put a Peter B. Parker with them along with like a Prowler, would be amazing. So continue giving us Spider-Verse figures. You know, I need them. I want them. I love the animated look. And then if you put on like their masks and everything, they fit in just fine. But having all these head sculpts, like Miles Morales comes with 3 head sculpts. It would be so cool to have that with like Peter B. Parker as well. So please, Hot Toys, if you're listening, give us more Spider-Man. But not just Spider-Man. Give us like villains. Give us other characters from Spider-Man. Like the ones I mentioned. Vulture, Kraven, Peter B. Parker. We need some variety. But keep bringing them because us Spider-Man fans, we love them. So, guys, comment down below which ones you think they'll actually do, but also comment down below which ones you would want. And until next time, guys, keep breaking.